Um, what else? Are you requesting $1 million from Jeff Bezos?
Man, these same people that are whining about Jeff Bezos are the same one on Amazon 6 times a week ordering stuff.
I it's such a weird Twitter topic. I just like I just clock out when I see like stuff like that. Because I know like the whole he's going to become the first trillionaire like 2027 whatever.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know. You always have the people that are just like, oh, he could give $1 billion this way, that way, which he could, but I just it's just like
it's his money. He can do what he wants.
bag. I don't know. It's just like it's a weird talking about other people's money.
Right.
Having that mentality in the first place is just not a good mentality. I don't know. It's just but yeah, it's one of those arguments that it's a lose-lose argument because like people do have a point and I have a point too. So it's just like a stalemate. It's just like a weird thing.
People just do that just to like hate on capitalism.
Yeah. It's and I've also seen. I mean, it is kind of joke. There's some of his donations are actually kind of funny. Like the Australian fires. Like he donated like 800,000 to the Australian fires. I thought that was kind of funny. But yeah, at the end of the day, this is money, and I've also seen things where like, what is it? If he gave away like billions and billions, it would like shift the economy in a weird way. Like just because he's so powerful like that, it was just it would like itself destroy the stock market for like a week because himself is like a fourth of the market because Amazon's such a huge thing right now. So there's just so many logistics. What is it? I saw Amazon's about to become the like fourth branch of government. I saw that tweet. I was like, hey, I mean, you never know. Seen crazier things. But yeah, those. Do you have any strong opinions about all that?
Like, I understand people's like opinions about people not being greedy when they come to the top because like they do have a point. Like everybody can't be wealthy. Like I hate the whole argument. Like you can work just as hard as him and be just as wealthy. I'm like, no, it doesn't like necessarily work that way. Like some people legitimately like don't have the resources to be that successful, but you have to make your way with what you have. But also at the same time, I've never wanted to be like, this is how a person should spend their money and be in their pockets. Like unless you're a financial advisor, like I feel like you really can't talk about that. But also, I think people like to find a reason to hate on capitalism. So like they always like target like the super like rich guys like Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, and all that stuff. So I'm just like, let's just like pump the brakes, like relax. Like sure, he could get more donations because nobody needs that much money. But like, I mean, he was innovative and he got fortunate because that's what a lot of people do when they're big business owners. They become fortunate and they don't make money for a while. It's like he built up his establishment, and his establishment is something that everybody uses and everybody needs. Like e-commerce wave, like that's the first thing you think of is Amazon. Yeah. So like even in this pandemic, like I think it's not that it's screwed up that he's making billions of dollars off of a pandemic, but I mean his idea is the most like resourceful and useful during this time. So people are going to take advantage of it, and he's just reaping the benefits of it.
And it's weird because like people are actually making money off of him,
right?
So it's like a downturn type of thing.
Yeah, like I saw Amazon had this whole like remote work from home customer service position that's starting at like $16 an hour. So like,
yeah, and like you want your most richest person in your country to be like a trillionaire like that, like because yeah, you're not gonna make $1 trillion, but like you get all the down turns. Like if our richest person was like just becoming a billionaire, Like some of these countries are just now they don't have that many billionaires.
Mm-hmm.
It says something about the economy in the first place. I
Right.
think, yeah, in a way. Yeah, I'm no economist, but there's there's like some wild stats you can like see because like take the 10 or the 100 richest people. That's like 90% of the world's money. Like it's
Right.
like those type of stats. Those like will freak you out. Um, and that leads to the argument of the whole like 100 people rule the world in a way
Right.
because they're like just constantly bribing people, which
I
is
mean,
also interesting.
I think it's like kind of true. Like, I don't think the whole like argument of like the top 1% rule the world isn't true. Because I mean, they do. Like they shift things. Like they shift power.
Yeah, and it's always been like that.
Yeah.
Like
It
it's
always
like
it'll continue to be that way. The
yeah.
elitists run
So
the elitists run the world.
yeah, it's interesting. Like someone came up to you and was like, "I'll give you 50 million to run for president, or like run for like, or let's say give you like $1 million to run for council or like mayor or something,
And intentionally lose.
or they just want you to run for mayor and you're gonna win, but they'll pay you $1 million outside. Those type of like outside bribes where you're
To
gonna
be
run for mayor.
to be lobbyists basically.
Yeah, yeah. That's an
I would,
ignorant view, but
I would take it because like at the end of the day, everybody has an agenda, and like
yeah,
the people in our government are getting spoon fed by the lobbyists and like stuff that they consider important. So
yeah. And like, I mean, it's showing with this whole like virus. There's always back reasons of these decisions. It's like, and people are surprised by it. That's what I'm like kind of shocked about. Like, y'all are surprised that this mayor wants to open up these businesses for selfish reasons, so he can make like, but it's just
well, because like if you think about it, like the longer that these businesses stay closed, the top percent are affected.
yeah,
So of course they're going to want to reopen because they want money in their pockets.
yeah, and it's not shocking. Like I get it. Like I don't know. It's one of those like this world has become like survival of the fittest a little bit.
Yeah, it's always been that way.
But
What do you mean?
but like times like 3 like in this
Right,
year. It's almost
right.
as if like the world has evolved like 10 years in like 1
A
year
year.
with this thing.
Yeah.